That's how it works, dude. All
That
I'm trying to
was
say is blue lives don't exist. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. And I'm so glad I changed my cat litter. Like I
That's
changed my cat
important.
litter. Yeah, it doesn't smell right now. I'm really, really happy. Hey, happy Friday. Happy
Happy,
something
yeah, dude.
Stoney, buddy.
Yeah, we're back. We're doing it. We're back on the fucking airwaves. We're back in the hearts of America. We're doing
Mm-hmm.
it, man.
We're doing it now.
Doing it.
Yeah. So, last you guys saw us, we were having a good old time with Chase Williamson. That was fun. Thanks. I want to thank him again for joining us last couple weeks ago. That was really awesome. Maybe we'll have another guest at some point, but it's good to be back with just you, Justin
I
Buzz.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree. We're staying in touch with our roots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's important. We can't look, man. We do a lot of great things on this show. It's important to fucking remember where we came from. And
Yeah.
we can't let all the glitz and glam go to our heads.
Yeah. I mean, that's, I'm very grounded today. I'm very like, hey, I got
Grounded.
grounded. I'm Ariana Grande today.
All right.
Ariana Grande. Yeah, I don't
Ariana
really
Grande.
know much about Ariana Grande. Grande. I know Grande is like a medium at Starbucks, but I don't really
Yeah.
know. I don't know much
Yeah.
about Ariana Grande. I do want to know something though from you.
Okay.
I have a question because you have something that a lot of us don't have, and I'm excited to talk about this. Not that. Not that. You don't have that.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
No. What you do have, you have the full on motherfucking COVID adventure. you got vaccinated, bitch.
I did, yeah, man. I went through the whole shit. I'm
Yeah, you
vaccinated,
did.
dude. I'm fucking, I beat COVID, man. I made it to the final boss, and it was easy mode, man. And you know what, man? I feel good. It's a weight off my shoulders. It's mentally, it's euphoric. And I'll share a little bit about my journey,
Please
but
do.
yeah, dude, you'll have to forgive me. My neck's been hurting because I got too much fucking weight right here, dude.
Oh my god, look at that. You got the bling.
I do, man. This is my latest phase of quarantine. There's a light at the end of the tunnel for coronavirus, and I figure I'm gonna go out with a bang, and I'm gonna get some gold shit. I got the gold bracelet, gleaming. I got this shit is not real. This was a joke, because if this was real, it would be ungodly. I'd need about 10 more stimulus checks to get this if it was outright gold. But this shit got the gold. It's gold plated, so it's reasonably priced. Shout out to Crafted London for the most affordable chains out there. Got the fucking gold rope chain and the gold rope bracelet. I'll tell you, you feel fucking good when you walk out gleaming like this, dude. I'm glad this is a new phase of my life, and I'm all for it, man. I mean, you might say that I'm just trying to be a rapper, and you know what? You might not be wrong about that, but I feel fucking good. It looks good. Anyway,
it looks good. And you know what I do want to say really quickly, there is no Yo MTV Raps anymore. That's not a thing, right?
I know, and I'm wearing a fucking MTV shirt, dude. Actually, that's not true. Paramount Plus is bringing back Yo MTV Raps.
Oh, well, that's exciting news. Yay.
Perfect time.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect
oh my
time,
god.
Dude.
Tell me about shit. Tell me about what went on when you're down the rabbit hole or whatever.
Yeah, when I fucking what rabbit hole? Vaccination? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, vaccine. Yeah, I mean, for those of you who don't know, he actually had COVID, which we talked about last time. And now you've got the vaccine, which is most people I don't think have actually got COVID and got the vaccine, and you're in a whole.
I don't know, man.
Is it? Maybe.
A lot of people got COVID, and I think a lot of people are vaccinated. I got to say, I think it was probably easier for me to get a vaccination appointment than it was to get a testing appointment. They're steamrolling this shit out, man.
Yeah, they are.
Which is good. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's a site that's like 20 minutes away from where I live. It's so I didn't have to go all the way to Dodger Stadium.
Oh, what's your address? What's your home address?
It's you know what? Actually, let me preface that with my social security.
Yeah, please do. And your bank account.
Dude.
Yeah,
of course, dude. Yeah. So yeah, it's about 20 minutes away from where I live. It's they're taking hundreds of appointments every day. There's a constant line out the door. But I mean, I was in and out, man. It only took 40 minutes in and out, and including the 15-minute wait time, because they make you wait 15 minutes to make sure you don't have any like crazy allergic reactions. Yeah, dude, it was fine. It was good. It was good. It was a good experience. And okay, the appointment was a good experience.
Oh God!
What followed, not so much.
Tell me about it.
Because, yeah. Well, first of all, I know a handful of people now that have been vaccinated, and all of their side effects kind of, I mean, the side effects in general are kind of the same, pretty common, like flu-like symptoms and everything. But, I think that one snuck up on me, but we're back.
Wow.
So I got this shot at about 10 a.m. And, fucking 6 p.m. rolls around and I'm like, I'm feeling good. I'm like, maybe I'm one of the lucky ones who doesn't really have any of the dude. Fucking 2 hours later, I'm in the middle of a stream and I'm squirming in my chair because my whole body's super achy, like flu achy. Okay. And I'm like sitting here doing this, squirming around because like I'm so uncomfortable that I cannot sit still. So I started getting a headache, and eventually I had to stop the stream because I'm like, I'm too uncomfortable to do this because I can't focus.
Yeah.
So I stopped the stream, and dude, when I stopped the stream, it's like you learn how much, like you realize how much something like that was distracting you. Mm-hmm. And as soon as the aches got worse, my head got worse. I got chills so bad. I got chills like I've never gotten chills before.
Wow.
I've been telling everybody it
like John Travolta in Grease.
Yes, dude. They were multiplying. And like it legit looked like I was going through withdrawals. I was curled up on my bed like it was oh my God. It was miserable. It was miserable.
God.
Yeah. And that started at like maybe I want to say 8 p.m. So almost 12 hours after I got the shot. Yeah. And so that's a little word of advice. Definitely get vaccinated because you should. If you want this shit to be over with, vaccines only work if everyone gets them. So get one for sure. It's not that bad. So, but be prepared for a 24-hour period where you're going to be miserable. So plan that out accordingly. And luckily I had the day afterward off of work. Like I planned that out on purpose. And the next day I woke up, I slept like all day, but I still woke up every hour or two throughout the night because again, it's so uncomfortable. Yeah, sure. And then the next day, still a little achy, small headache. No more chills, thank God. And then yesterday was the first day that I was like 100%. But it's like I got the Johnson & Johnson, so it was a one and done. So I'm fucking good to go.
That's kind of the one I want to get. I'd really prefer that.
I was kind of waiting on that one. I got super lucky, dude, with the one that I chose. I mean, I might send you the link for the appointment thing because it's, yeah, dude, it's really, because I mean, they didn't even check my pay stub or anything to make sure that I was like a essential worker. So you could probably sneak in.
I mean, but, I'm not going to sneak in. Honestly, to me, I'm not like, we were talking before the show about how people are just getting on people for how'd you get it so early? I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah.
Because I'm
fucking built.
I'll get it when I get it. I'll get it when I get it. And I plan on getting it. Yeah, you're definitely you're Justin Butts.
I'm built different, dude. I'm not like you.
Justin Butts.
That's why I got the vaccine, dude. It's all that white privilege at work.
I know exactly. It's not doing much for me, but that's okay. Now I'm going to ask you this: are you going to still? You're still wearing the mask and all that.
Of course, yeah. Okay. I mean, the guidelines entail that you still wear because you can still be a carrier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh.
Even though you're vaccinated. The only time that you can really be around people unmasked is if they're also vaccinated.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's nice. But again,
so if I get vaccinated, we can start
doing the show in person. Yeah.
Shit, that'd be cool. That'll
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah.
I
So I
look
mean, we
forward
can
to
start
that.
doing that shit sooner than expected. Honestly.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, look, I'm still a little skeptical, and I think I'm taking it slow to see. Like, I'm not in a hurry to go to a movie theater. I'm not in a hurry to go out
Mhm.
eating out. I'm not in a hurry to do any of those things. I'm not like, when the time is right, I will do it, and that's
Sure.
totally fine. And hey, if people right now they've opened up restaurants in LA, and people are kind of
Mhm.
going back. It's like I think 25% capacity or something like that.
Something like that.
Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, if you feel cool with that, and I'm so sick of the fucking people judging everything that people do when it comes to this vaccine. It just drives me crazy. But like, so hey, because I don't know, go fucking be safe, but have dinner with your family, do whatever. I don't care, but just try to be safe. That's all. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Let's be nice to each other.
Yeah. I should have wore a black shirt with the chains, dude. The white drowns it out.
Yeah, it really does. You can't see the
Fucking
chain.
idiot, dude.
Mhm.
Why am I so stupid?
Well, you are pretty stupid. I mean,
Man,
no,
no.
you're not stupid. Gee, stop it. Stop beating yourself off. Oh
Well,
wait, no, that's different.
that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. That's a,
Hey, you've mentioned that you took a lot of edibles. Are you using any sort of new brands or anything at all? Or?
I'm sticking with the good old fruity or whatever the fuck it's called. I'm just doing sativa today, which I usually do hybrid.
Mm-hmm. It's I'll go ahead and showcase my stuffs. So
Please do.
I'm back at it again at Krispy Kreme. I'm back at it with the cured joints. I'm gonna tell you, these are fucking incredible. The cured joints.
The Cure joints? Is it Robert Smith?
Yeah, dude.
Show me how you do
It's
that.
3 pre-rolls and then a thing of lipstick.
That's cool. It's a black highlighter.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is like $50 for 3 like big pre-rolled joints, but they're so strong that they'll last you like a week.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's a really good value. That's why I always stick with these. But I tried something different with these because I normally don't go with sativas because the main reason that I was interested in smoking weed in the first place was my anxiety. Yeah. And sativa gets your mind going and it's like it doesn't bode well with anxiety too well. But I thought, you know what? I'm sick of coming home, and because I smoke a little bit when I come home from work just to sort of level myself out. But I'm like, I'm tired of smoking indicas and then just falling asleep as soon as I come home. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try some sativas again. Damn. And I got this little 3-pack. It has 2 sativas and 1 hybrid, and it's been going well. And the last time I had sativa, I bought like an 1/8 of it, and it was too much. No. It was too much, and so I just thought the sativas weren't for me, but then I thought, like, you know what, man, maybe it just had a lot to do with like my mindset during that time and my environment during that time, and life is different for me now, and I think I'm a lot more at peace now, so I think I can handle it a little bit better. I don't know, maybe that's being too philosophical about it, but I think there's something to it.
I think that, what, I do find it funny though that like we've talked about this so many times, how we are kind of on the same wavelength on so many things. We did not discuss the fact that we'd both be doing sativa tonight. That was not
but that's the thing though. Because I mean, I still have to be mindful of the fact that I have to work tomorrow, so I decided to go halfway, and this is a hybrid.
That's what she said.
So this pack comes with the two sativas are lemon twist and tangy.
Ew.
And the hybrid that I will be smoking for tonight's program is strawberry banana OG.
Oh, dude, you're teasing me with that strawberry banana.
I know, dude.
I fucking love that shit, man. I fucking love strawberry banana. Anything.
I mean, who doesn't?
How could you not? Well, my wife, but other than that, she hates bananas. But like,
really,
yeah, I know a few people that don't like bananas.
Yeah, I do too. I love banana. I'll have banana anything.
Gwen Stefani loves bananas. Bananas,
Yo,
bananas.
hey, she's helped a lot of people out on how to remember how to spell that, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, show me. You cannot find anyone that when they go to write or type banana, they're like B-A-N-A-N. Okay, dude, it works every time. So shout out to Gwen Stefani
Thank you, Gwen,
for helping us out.
Yeah, I like Gwen. Gwen, like I like the old stuff that she did. I kind of like the No Doubt stuff, like some of it. Some of it was cool. I don't like her solo stuff. I hate that banana song. I absolutely hate
banana song.
I hate it. But I want to say that without bananas, I get it, and I'm not like I don't hate it in the sense that that's such shit. I'll even sometimes listen to it. It'll come on. I'll be like, okay, whatever. But it's not something I'll go out of my way to listen to. But if it's on the radio, depending on the song, whatever. I won't change it. I'm too lazy. That
song, Holla Back Girl, also known as the Banana Song.
Yeah.
That song is a guilty pleasure of mine. That being said, I have no idea what any of her other solo songs are.
She has a few. She has like I don't remember any. God damn it! I'm stoned. What are you talking about? Why are you doing this to me? Just
you know what? You know what? I'll fucking
do it.
I'll meet you halfway. I'll hit
you
with the strawberry banana.
Fucking get high, motherfucker! Like now. So I want to say like next week is a very special episode.
And why is that?
Well, because it's going to be my birthday, and we're going to be doing this on my birthday. I'm going to do a little show and tell here, because the other day I did an Instagram live, and I didn't know why. I was just in the mood to do it, and you should join me on one of those. They're fun. So I started I've been obsessively listening to an old favorite of mine. This artist I've listened to since I was a kid. She's fascinating to me. Her music is fucking amazing. Now I don't know if you can see.
Oh yeah,
Kate Bush. So this was one present I got. I got the first Kate Bush shirt. This is from the album The Dreaming. And check this out. So you know me. You know how much I love vinyl.
Sure.
Check this out. I'm going to show you a couple things here that I'm very excited about. For you at home, if you can't see, this is a box set of her first 4 albums, all in there, and they're all like remastered. They're all gorgeous. Oh, fucking A. And this is literally one of the best albums ever recorded. I mean, Roger Waters was a big influence on her. He discovered her. This is Hounds of Love. This album is fucking amazing. I highly recommend it. So the first side is just a collection of songs. One you've probably heard called "Running Up That Hill," which is a big, very popular song. I'm trying to get this in camera. And this side, the other side, this side is all basically it's a concept album. The second half is all concept, and it's about a woman who's drowning at sea, and all these kind of weird fucked up thoughts go through her head as she's kind of dealing with this stuff. And there's one song, man, I remember as a kid I heard it and I was like, it's called Under Ice, where she's just like, I'm skating snow, and just talking, there's something, and she talks about seeing something under the ice, and she's having these weird hallucinations. And so she's having this hallucination of her skating, and she sees herself trying to get out of the water. It like gives me fucking chills every single time. And then it goes into a song about them drowning a witch at Salem. It's fucked up. I mean, this is a perfect album. I highly recommend it. Hounds of Love, Kate Bush. It sounds great now. I mean, it's a great fucking record, especially if you're stoned, by the way.
Okay.
I'm getting a lot of Kate Bush going on this birthday. I don't know why I'm in a Kate Bush mood.
I mean, it's nothing. I mean, I've been in a fucking Mac Miller mode for like the last year, so I get it.
You have been. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm not huge on like nostalgia. I'm not like, ooh, I want to listen to the shit I listened to as kids. Usually I don't. But like, I don't know. she's one of those that has transcended just me being a kid into being adult, and I really like her. I really like it stuff.
That's good. I mean, it's cool when you can find artists like that. I know a lot of, because like when I was growing up, like I grew up with like the new metal wave. Yeah, so it's like I hear some of this shit that I listened to when I was a kid, and I'm like, this shit is fucking embarrassing.
What was the fucking Limp Bizkit song? Break Stuff? That was a thing, right? Break Stuff.
Oh yeah, that was
I like that song.
I like it too. Don't get me wrong. Out of all the embarrassing fucking music that I listened to as a kid, I still listen to Limp Bizkit. I understand the Limp Bizkit is still like embarrassing, but like I'm still waiting on their fucking new album. I'll buy it. I'll buy it release day.
Are you a Fred Dursty?
I guess so.
Thirsty for Dursty?
I'll tell you. Here's the thing, though, man. Like as a hip hop fan, like there's so many fucking cornball rappers out there now that it makes Fred Durst look like a rap god.
Okay, let me ask you this. Who's like a corny, cheesy rapper right now? Who do you not like?
I mean, fucking like Young Thug and like all the fucking like mumble rapper types, like Kodak Black and all these. They're just like it's like all it's just the same shit over and over again. And it's just these like little fucking shithead kids that like get a little bit of money because they have a huge hit that was on SoundCloud, and they just like there's no, you know what it is, there's no heart in it. You're not a real hip hop artist. You're just trying to be a famous rapper. These people that I listen to, and I think that Mac Miller gets confused for that as well because he was like a young white rapper and everything.
Sure.
But no, man, he's a real fucking artist, man. And when you listen to a lot of like hip hop legends, will talk about him and they respect the fuck out of him. And there's a lot to be said in that. And because he talked about his trials and tribulations, and he was always he was a purist in hip hop. His last two albums were a concept like together. He had one album called Swimming, and then the album that came out after he died was called Circles. And their ideas meshed together, the idea being swimming in circles.
I was literally gonna say, I was like, what, like swimming in circles? That's kind of cool. I like it. I'm down. You played me a couple things. I was into it. I liked it. I liked what I heard.
Yeah. I mean, especially his most recent one, the one after he passed away. It's like, it's not hip hop at all. It's very like indie kind of sound. So, but it's still so good, you know. And it's like that's the mark of a true artist, is that like they can transcend these like different genres, you know, and kind of, you know, it's just like Kid Rock when he goes from rap to rock to country to rock again, and you're just like, man, what a fucking gift.
You know, I don't know about that, but you know, hey, if you like Kid Rock, go ahead with that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, where's all my fucking Kid Rock fans at?
Yeah, what was the ba with the ba the ba the ba? I don't know the fuck.
Dude, I went to that was like his fucking breakout hit.
It was
his career, and I saw him live because, of course, and he tried to leave without playing it, and everyone was pissed. Then he's like, "All right, I guess I'll play it." And we're like, "Yeah, that's what we came here for."
Yeah, I know. I kind of feel bad for artists in a way. Like I remember, like I hope I haven't told this on the show before, but I'm really into Kings of Leon. I really like them. I like the new album. It's really good. I'm pretty pleased with it. I haven't really gotten a chance to really indulge in it because you know why? Kate Bush. But I got to kind of interview Caleb. I hope I'm saying his name. I think he's Caleb. I should ask my son. I remember it was at the MTV Movie Awards, I want to say, MTV Movie Awards, and they were performing or something. So they come down, and I was like all excited because I'm into this band. I'm like, oh, cool. And my first instinct was it was when Use Somebody. That song was really big and it was played everywhere. It was when that was out. Of course, they were going to perform that, and you know, I just looked at the guy and I was like, you must get tired of doing the same song at every award show. And he just had this look on his face like, dude, oh my God. Just was like, and at that moment, the publicist stepped in front of us and said, I'm sorry. No, we're not talking to you. We're not talking to you. You know, I just like,
God forbid people like that get caught telling the truth.
Oh, I know, right? We just gotta. I'm checking what Elizabeth just sent us because I think it'll be funny.
Oh, I didn't get anything.
Okay. I'll tell you about later.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
no, it's
agree.
funny hearing it's funny hearing stories about bands like that because I know Lemmy talked about it a lot with Motorhead and Ace of Spades and fucking. I think I
Ace of
talked
Base?
about it.
Did you say
Yeah,
Ace of Base? Oh,
I said
that
Ace of
is another
Spades,
baby.
right?
He's gone tomorrow. I heard. Yes, you did. I'm just fucking with you. I'm
Well,
already.
I honestly couldn't remember, but um,
But all that she wants is another baby. That's what she wants. She's gone tomorrow. Do you know Ace of Base?
I do know Ace of Base.
Okay, good, good. Now you've had your Ace. I've based you, motherfucker.
Dude, I'm trying to think of. I think on the last show I talked about Wheatus
Yeah, yeah,
and Teenage
yeah,
Dirtbag. Like they fucking open and close with that song because it's like their only one.
yeah, yeah. It's a great song. It's a great fucking song. And they there was a and yeah we talked about that. They recently did a cover of that recently, like a acoustic version. It's really good, really good. It sounds that's one of those songs. Someone else covered it. I think it was Weezer. I want to say because Weezer cover like basically that's all Weezer does now is cover albums. But they I think they did that one. I want to say they did. It was someone redid it, and it was like it's just a good song. I don't know. I like that song. I like songs about losers. Like, of course, Loser.
Yeah, well, yeah. That was like the sound. That song was the whole soundtrack to that movie, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Creep by Radiohead.
Oh yeah,
I'm a creep. I'm
yeah.
a weirdo.
All those edgelord songs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Back when we were all just fucking cringy teenagers.
Oh my god. That'd be so hard to be a teenager now, man. I feel
I
bad for 'em.
know, dude. It's
Fuck.
like it's funny people because people are always like, if you could tell your teenage self one thing, would it be? And it's like, don't ever, dude. If I could tell my teenage self one thing, it'd be like, you need to stop. Like, calm down. Everything's fine. Shut
Mhm.
up. You're so annoying.
That's well because when you're a teen and look, I don't want to. I don't. I'm not big on condescending. Like I don't like the adults that disrespect teenagers. Well, I actually said this to someone one time, and well, when you grow up a little bit, and I felt just shitty afterward because we were talking about weed, ironically enough, and I was trying to explain to her like it's not, it is legal there for a reason, and there's because she just had believed a lot of the myths behind weed that it was
Oh
a
yeah.
gateway drug and all that stuff. But you sometimes you just can't change a person's mind no matter what you say, what you show them, what.
Yeah. That's
But
why it's like a lot of times that's like my justification for not engaging most people because it's like you're not going to change their mind.
yeah,
They're just that's that's their level of intelligence and comprehension,
mhm.
and you're not going to build that for them.
No, you're not. You're not. I'm like, I don't know. I did, but at the same time, look, I'm still kind of fucking blown away by what young people have done lately. I'm
Yeah,
people.
there's so many resources out there now.
Look, I've met so many like I was at one of my regular Starbucks today, and I was a kid there that he may be listening. I don't know if you are. Hey, Rory, good kid. He's like 17, very smart, very. I got a lot of respect for him. I actually I respect teenagers because it's hard. It's hard to be a teen.
It's
It's hard.
hard. It
It's
is hard.
especially with the level of fucking social media because you're so unsure of yourself when you're that age.
Mhm.
You really are, and you're gonna say something stupid. You're gonna say something dumb on Twitter. You're gonna do something. Although, guess what?
Hmm.
Guess what? Apparently, Kate Bush is huge on TikTok. I found this out today.
Oh
Thanks to a
boy,
teenager.
dude,
Thanks
that's your favorite.
She's my favorite, and it's huge on. So apparently, I got to be doing some Kate Bush TikToks. That's what I got to be doing, and I learned that from a teenager, motherfucker. Teenager. Well, I think she's older than a teenager, but that's all right. She's young. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And she told you that Kate Bush was on TikTok?
Yeah, because my shirt. I was wearing the shirt, my dreaming shirt, and I go, yeah, I just
Like, that's that girl from TikTok. Isn't it so funny how like time works?
Yeah.
They're like, that's the TikTok girl.
Mm-hmm. And this song, the song that's popular is from her, I believe. I'm going to look this up because I have the album right here. It's from an album, I believe, 1978. I believe that's when it came out. So that song, it's like Fleetwood Mac, Dreams coming out.
Dreams, dude. Because you know that video, right, with the dog face guy. Yeah, dude. It went viral, and now every fucking teenager is listening to Fleetwood Mac.
And you know what? That's the thing about music, man. That's what I love about fucking. You can hear, like, I heard a song from the station I listen to is 88.5, and they play a lot of. They'll go from playing fucking Patsy Cline to something like Brandy Carlisle to Ringo Starr to the Beatles. They play literally everything, and I don't remember where I was going with this. I'm already so high, but did I just hear something like a voice?
Yeah, I think it's
your neighbor. Hi, neighbor.
Yeah, it's people walking by.
God damn it. So I really don't remember where I was going with this. Oh, I guess I think the idea that I think music just transcends better than anything else. You know,
Sure.
you can hear, that's why look at that fucking Rickrolled. I Rickrolled you. Rick Astley, dude. That song was huge. I mean, when it came out, that was a big thing. And and people made fun of it and people joked about it. Oh, we're on each other. I just Rickrolled you, bitch. But look at it now. It's like it's I think he did a commercial or something. I don't know. It's
Yeah, I think so.
And I don't know how much of that's just nostalgia or just that the timelessness of music.
It just becomes something else. It means something different to a whole new generation. I mean, especially like Rickroll, like it was more about the meme and less about the song. It's just that's the song it used. So it became something else, but it inadvertently kind of breathed new life into the song.
I just have this image of people being Rickrolled, and I think it's really funny to me. I don't know why.
I mean, it was Rickrolling was everywhere.
Did you see the
2000s?
Yeah, Foo Fighters did it one time I forgot who it was, but they did it, and I love it. I you know what I'm really happy about, by the way? I can see Jason's head like really clearly in the background today. I'm very excited about that. I usually have that hidden. Look, do you see him peeking? It's like he's a little.
You got all the decorations now.
Well, no, I don't have. You can't see Black Phillip.
Wow.
Yeah, have you seen Black Phillip?
We just call him Philip. I don't.
Hey, have you seen The Witch? For God's sake, do you know what Black Phillip is?
Whoa.
The goat, or this thing. Have you seen The Witch?
No, but I remember your whole little deal with that.
Dude, you need to see The Witch. That movie is so fucking warped because it's all told, like, the dialogue is strictly from that time period. He got it from Robert Eggers got it, the dialogue from these notes, and it's not for everyone. It's a weird fucking film because it's about this family that's like fucked over, so they because of they are banished from this religious town, but the dude is super heavy religious, the wife is super heavy religious, and they got the kids, and they got this goat, Black Phillip, and like weird shit starts happening, and it's one of those horror movies that really it's not jump scares, it's just this oddball feel, and the way the words flow. And Anya Taylor-Joy, that was her big thing that kind of made her, now she's in everything. I love this movie. I highly recommend it, but it's not for everyone. Be prepared. It's not there's not people running in the woods with knives but there's some sick fucking shit in this movie. It's like really like unsettling, just because the idea, like it's a lot of it's here, and it's a really marvelous film. But the whole, trust me when I say, like, there's a whole sequence with Black Phillip. That's really rad. That's all I'm saying. You should see it.
Okay.
Why do you have to make him black?
You know what? I mean, that's what I'm wondering.
Oh God. What did you watch? Did you watch anything this week?
Dude, I haven't watched shit. I've been meaning to watch so much, but I just fucking. Dude,
Yeah.
I've already talked about, like, it's just hard for me to sit and watch really anything. Like, even podcasts that, like, I love and that I look forward to week to week. It's like I can only sit and watch so much of it at a time. It's like I just don't have the attention span for it. Yeah, I mean, I went through a little phase over the holidays where that's all I wanted to do was watch stuff, and that was
you're
nice.
watching a lot. Yeah. I watched a movie that I can't talk about, which if you look on my Twitter page, you'll probably see a picture of me going to it. I can talk about soon enough, but but I've been watching a lot of horror. I've been in the mood for horror, especially old 80s horror. What did I watch recently? I watched oh gosh, it was a bad movie, but I enjoyed it. I was Fade to Black, which I think I was telling you about the guy who recreates. He starts going off killing people because he's kind of a doofus, and he takes old movies and he creates murder sequences out of the old movies.
Oh yeah,
so like he's all James Cagney, yeah. But it's actually a pretty interesting film. It's got some stuff in it that. It's surprisingly, for a cheap slasher, there's some shit that happens that takes place at Man's Chinese over in Hollywood that I don't know what they call it now. Grum's. I don't know who owns it now. But that place, they have a whole sequence there on top of it, and I'm like, how the fuck did they get the right, to shut down Hollywood Boulevard to use this iconic, legendary place back in the '80s? And that's amazing to me because you don't really see that in horror movies. You don't see, especially slasher films. You don't see like, oh yeah, they're using the Griffith Park or something like that, some iconic image. It's usually a school or the woods or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Not fucking Hollywood Boulevard. That was cool.
Just the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
They just drive to the Midwest and just be like, yeah, we can use any of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of what makes horror movies scary in a way is like taking away the iconic nature of something and just saying, yeah, this could happen anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
This could happen any fucking where. So I like that. That's why I like slasher movies in general. I always have. But we know this. If you've listened to any of these podcasts, you know I love slashers, and that's just the way it fucking is.
People just have to look at you. And they're like,
look how long my hair is getting.
Like, look at that dork.
Well, yeah, that's probably true. Look at that. Look at this shit. I've had my hair this long forever. Dude, I found an old headshot of mine.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my God.
We need to see it on the show at some point.
I mean, I could grab it. I'll grab it. I'll do it for the next one. I'll do it for the birthday episode. I'll bring it out.
Perfect.
Remind me, though, because I'll forget because I'll probably be too stoned. Yeah. Although, you know what? This isn't really getting me yet. I'm not feeling it yet.
Maybe for your birthday episode, we can go through like your Hollywood history, and your acting, your journey as an actor, and
it's weird. Like I mean, I'd be happy to talk about that. I'd be happy to talk about what I did. It's such a different, it's like, I still love acting. I mean, I still love the idea of taking on a character, and I will do it occasionally. I have done it on a couple of films, and I'll generally, it's one of those things where my friend will go, "Hey, we did this movie. Could you do a cameo or something like that?" And that's fucking A. I'll step in and I'll do it. Oh fuck, that hit! Jesus Christ! I'm like suddenly like I'm spacing like more than I have the whole night. I think it's starting to hit because I'm actually feeling it. I had this like rush in my skull. Do you get that? Like when you're like smoking, do you get that?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh fuck! Well, you want to get scary?
I mean, you want to though. I can
Yes.
tell that.
So, you know, I've been saying I don't dream.
Yeah.
Like I don't dream. I had a dream the other night. I had 2 days of dreams, which I haven't had dreams in years or remembered dreams in several years. One was but it's funny how I react to dreams now and how I did then, like just 5 years ago or whatever. Because I had a nightmare that it was Freddy Krueger and it was Jason, and then that Buzz Lightyear. No, sorry, that's the wrong dream.
It's like, wait a minute, this sounds familiar.
No, I dreamt
I'm getting triggered.
I was in this house, like it was this weird, cool house where like there were sliding doors on all the rooms and all the shit was going on. And I knew I was being chased, and I knew that someone was after me, and I could sense it. It was scary as fuck because I could feel it felt kind of real, and I was kind of like, "What the fuck's going on? Where am I?" Like I was literally trying to think that in my dream, like where the fuck what do I need to do? And so I was trying to leave the room, but every time I'd leave the room, I'd hear whoever was after me go into the room I was just in, and so on and so on. Finally got to one room and there was this crash. And I was like, holy shit. And I knew once I looked over that he was there, or it was there, or whatever it was there. And the second that happened, I woke up, and I was like, usually when I would have dreams years ago, I would get freaked out. I'd be like, oh, I just woke up. I'm like, whoa, that was cool. That was my reaction. It was a cool dream. I liked it. It was kind of trippy.
It's cool. Yeah, because I think people will be like, you're running away from your. Yeah, it's because the monster is your ego, and you're trying to run, and you just gotta face. And it's like, okay, or you just watched a lot of horror movies, and something was chasing you through a bunch of doors.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's probably a lot of truth into that. I'm sure there's
I'm sure
absolutely
there
truth
is.
in that, and because we haven't even close to unlocked our fucking minds. I mean, especially you and I, we're fucking stupid, but well, not stupid, but you know what I'm saying. We're not.
You know, they say that that's acid, like psychedelics are like the key to unlocking more of your mind, or at least experiencing more of your mind.
Well, I do believe that. I absolutely do believe that, and I think that like I don't know about you, but when I'm at my peak stoned, like even once you start feeling it, I feel like I'm using more of my brain. I feel like I'm more like connected. Like I feel like I'm actually paying attention to shit that I maybe wouldn't notice. I mean, a lot of times I'm acting really fucking weird, which you've seen. But a lot of times I have these ideas. And I feel like I answer problems. I find solutions to problems when I'm stoned really well, which is nuts. I mean, I guess you feel that way too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just it allows you to kind of let your guard down a little bit, and just be more honest with yourself. I think just because you're so like you get absent-minded, so it's like your thoughts and answers condense themselves, and it's like it just kind of like you're just like, let's just get to the point, because it's exhausting to sit and explain it because you're high as fuck. Like right now.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, so I'm just trying to let's just get to the point.
How high are you?
Dude, I'm fucking high. Like I've barely had anything to eat today. I'm smoking this strong shit on an empty stomach.
Oh,
like a fucking asshole.
Well, dude, whenever you're ready, let me know. But because I'm good. I'm sativa'd out, man. I'm good. I'm like feeling pretty. I'm feeling weirdly, because usually I do the indica. At least I have more of an indica or a hybrid, and I get tired. I'm usually the one that gets tired before you do, which is weird to see. But yeah, I'm noticing it with you. I know. I can tell when you're super high. You're getting there. You're pretty fucking. Wow.
It didn't take much.
No, it didn't. Say hi to the dog for me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Do you know the dog, or
not really?
Not intimately?
No. No, not personally.
Maybe that's not the right word to use. I don't know.
Wow. I don't think so. I don't think so either.
Yeah. I will say, like, this has been a weird week, man. I noticed I feel like with everything starting to open up, I'm seeing more cars on the road. I'm seeing more shit going on. It's kind of surreal to see that. I don't know. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot more like peace of mind that comes from being vaccinated, because I'm like, I don't really need to freak out so much if someone's being stupid, you
Mm,
know. But it's like, it's still weirds me out to be around someone without a mask, or like, it's because you get in the habit of like freaking out about it, and it being like a really big deal, because
mhm.
it just, I mean, this whole thing took over everybody's lives, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden, like, mask wearing and social distancing became like your life depends on it, you know. Otherwise you're gonna get fucking COVID and die, and like, so it's just like it's like a trauma almost, you
Yeah.
know. I don't know, maybe not, but
I know. I mean, it is traumatic. I mean, I know what you're saying. Like, you don't want to equate it to what people who are abused or like go
right,
through
yeah,
with
yeah,
trauma.
yeah. But I
You
mean,
would not
that's,
go
I
that.
mean, I guess
Yeah.
that's kind of the thing about trauma, though, is that it's like it's a spectrum. You know,
Mhm.
it's like it's people. There's a million and one reasons why anyone can get traumatized from like, for like a big breakup, or like a fucking someone trying to kill you. You
Yeah.
know, it's like the range is crazy. So
Well,
yeah, I mean, it
people.
destroyed a lot of people's lives too. So I
It
think
did.
there's definitely a lot of trauma involved.
It did, and I mean, it literally took family members away.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's yeah. I feel, as I've said so many times, I feel like I've been very lucky. I haven't got my vaccine yet. Um, I got to look into it. I guess I am looking. I am keeping aware. My mom got hers, so I'm happy about that. She's getting her second next week. Um, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's a little glimmer of, like, I don't know. I'm not noticing. Although I'm noticing people are driving really bad, though. That's fucking getting on
That's
my.
just LA. Everyone
No, it's not.
sucks at driving in
It's
LA.
Here's the thing, though. A lot of people have not been driving as much for about a year, right? I mean, technically, like, a lot of people are working from home. A lot of people are, so there was definitely less people on the road. And my hair is really bad. I apologize. But right now, it's almost like I feel like people need to take driver's ed again. It's like,
I
wow.
think that's something that needs to happen anyway, because you know what? Like, teenagers get all the flack for bad driving, and almost 100% of the time when I see people doing dumb crazy shit, it's like middle-aged people. It's like people that are like supposed to be the most experienced. I think people need to retake their driving test like every 7 years or something, because people do crazy shit out here that I've never seen anywhere else.
Yeah, well, people get really impatient. I think that's a big problem I see, is like,
Yeah.
there's the extreme of the people who are super safe, and like, they'll drive really slow. They're getting on the freeway 15 miles per hour. You're like, dude, you have to speed up now.
Those are the people that are going to cause a wreck before anyone
They
else.
they are, but then you have some asshole riding your ass. You're going 65, and it's a 55. They're riding your ass. I mean,
Some fucking BMW behind you.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh, Jesus, I was at 7-Eleven today. Speaking of
Mhm.
BMWs, and this woman was there. She's dressed in this white dress, and she was, behind me, and she gets right behind me, and I'm like, literally looking at the signs on the floor that says 6 feet. I'm like, I just kind of look at her. I'm like, really? Like, I hate being bothered by that. That's so stupid, because I'm not that kind of person. But I was like, fucking just get back.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, even without COVID, like, why are you so close?
Yeah, yeah. It was weirdly close, and I'm like,
You
I
should
mean,
have turned around and been like, "Hey, are you trying to fuck me right now?"
I mean, look,
Is that why you're on my ass? Because you're trying to fuck me?
She probably did. She probably did. You know, no.
Do I need to tell the manager of this establishment that there's a lady in the front that's trying to fuck me right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I
Because if you're not trying to fuck me, then why are you standing so fucking close?
Yeah,
that's the move.
Exactly. That's I'm not I don't like conflict. Like,
oh no, I don't either.
Yeah, and it's like, but there's been times. I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely times. What happened?
The fucking strangest thing that has ever happened to me happened like last week.
What happened?
This was the weirdest fucking thing, and it scared the shit out of me. So it's like the middle of the week, and like it's at the end of the night. It's like 9:00 at night. So I'm getting ready to like wind down and go to bed because I have to work the next morning. My little fucking buzzer goes off. You know, there's like a little buzzer outside and it sends like a little doorbell type of thing. It's this little speaker here. It's super loud and obnoxious. So I hear it once and I'm like, I'm not expecting a package. Also, it's 9:00 at night. So like, what the fuck is going on? But I'm like, sometimes there's like assholes that'll like, because the button's just like right there on the outside. So people will like press it and shit. But that usually only happens once if it's something like that.
I can't wait to come back to your place and do that.
I can't. So I start hearing it a few more times, and I'm like, oh no, someone's trying to get me. So I'm like, maybe it's a friend, but I'm like, any friend of mine would text me first and either say I'm on my way or I'm here.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, whatever. So I fucking go downstairs and it's just some guy. And I open the door and I'm like ready for him to be like, to recognize that it's me and say whatever the fuck he wants. And he just walks by me, just walks past me. And he goes, thanks, I appreciate it. So then I'm thinking like, yeah, what a piece of shit. He fucking annoyed the shit out of me just to let him in the complex. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wow, what a dick. So I'm like walking back to my apartment. He fucking was standing outside of my door. And it's like the middle of the night and there's nothing else around, like 9:00.
Ooh.
He's just standing outside of my door. And like already like I'm terrified because I'm like, what the fuck is this? But I'm also curious. So I walk up to him and he turns to me and he goes, oh, it's you. And he goes, oh, I didn't recognize you. And I'm glaring at him. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, I forget what he said. And after that, but then I just repeated myself. I was like, what's going on? And he goes, he's like, oh, you know what? I'm sorry for buzzing you. My bad. And then he just fucking leaves. Dude, the weirdest thing, this guy was like a fucking robot. He had the way he walked, the way he talked. There were no emotions. Very robotic. I'm like, I just let the fucking T-1000 into my complex.
Oh my God.
Dude, and it freaked me the fuck out. Cause like he talked like just so dead-eyed and robotic. I'm like, dude, this dude is a trained killer. Like I got to a point where I was genuinely convinced that like I'm about to have to defend myself right now.
Oh, dude, seriously, that's
because this dude's like fucking crazy, and he picked me for some reason. So I'm like, fuck, dude. And I was like, dude, my legs were getting shaky because I was getting nervous, dude. And it sucks because like he was smaller than me.
When did this happen, by the way? What night?
It was sometime last week. I don't remember, but I was like, dude, he's smaller than me. I could easily just throw his ass over this balcony, but like I'm fucking scared because I don't know what to expect. And then he just left and disappeared into the night.
Oh, you keep watch on that, dude. That's scary shit. Hopefully you don't have like a stalker or something.
Yeah.
Is anyone stalking Justin out there? Come on, don't do that.
Again? But I haven't like seen him or anything since. My guess, or at least this is what I hope.
Did you date him and not pay for dinner or something?
Apparently, dude. my guess, or at least I hope this is what it is that like maybe he knew the previous resident and thought that I was someone else, and then once he could see, because it seemed like once he could see that I had no fucking idea what was going on, that's when he was like, "Oh, sorry for buzzing you, my bad," and
That's
then left.
weird.
So
But he was like, "Oh, I didn't recognize you."
yeah,
Or,
unless he just like assumed that I was whoever he was looking for, whoever this person is that he's looking for, he must not know him very well.
yeah, you would. That's so weird. Unless you're secretly like it. Like maybe it's like one of those time warp things. Like you're living in another dimension, and it's like you have a doppelganger.
And maybe.
That's probably what it
Yeah,
is.
he came from another timeline where like I was his drug dealer or
It
something.
was. It
And
was.
he's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
it's you." And I'm like, "Not in this one, man. You went to the wrong one."
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, this
That's.
scared the shit out of me, man. And I'm like, "Fuck, man, I'm just trying to go to I have to go to bed like this." I'm like so terrified.
Yeah, that would have creeped me. That honestly, that would have that. I get very, very uncomfortable when it comes to. We had a one day. Oh God, I'll add my scary story in. One day we got a buzz. It was 2 a.m. I want to say something like that, or midnight, somewhere around there. And I picked up the phone and I said, "Hey, hello there." I heard, "Yeah, we're the police." And I'm like, okay. And, in an apartment building, who knows? Maybe they're coming to someone else. So I let them in. I look out the window and I see a very large, tall, shadowy figure kind of cross over into the back of the building. But I didn't see anything else. And the thing is, it was a woman's voice. This was a very tall figure that didn't look feminine at all. It looked like just a stick, like a very long, just creepy person, like walking all the way back. It was just a shadow. Didn't notice any suit or uniform, nothing. So I'm like, okay, there's something wrong here. So I kind of walked to the door. There was no cop cars. There's nothing there. So I was like, oh shit. And so one of the neighbors was up. So they're walking around with me, and I'm like, I'm calling the police, say, hey, did you guys come to this address, blah, blah, blah. And, as we're walking around, I get the answer, no, we weren't there. There's no calls to come there. I'm like, well, could you come now? Because I think someone's here. And him and I were walking around the fucking garage area, and I just got a sense like something was off. And when the police did come, we noticed that our trash can had been pushed open. Whoever was there was fucking hiding behind there while we were walking right by there. Right by there. I'm just like, it gives me chills because look, I've had living in LA, you're going to have scary shit happen. But then again, living anywhere, you're going to have scary shit happen.
That is true, but LA is unique because LA has just some fucking straight up weirdos, dude.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, any big city you go to is gonna have your fair share of weirdos. But I mean, Chicago doesn't even have shit like out here. People are fucking just out of their minds out here. It drives you. I mean, I get it, man. If fucking you stay out here too long, it'll drive you crazy. But like,
I don't feel that way though, because I lived in a small town in Utah where we had fucking 3 child molesters in our fucking area. Like, I mean, they're a good religious town, blah blah blah. We go to church and all that stuff. 3 child molesters in this small area. One of my best friends growing up. So like, she was being abused. That's why I'm like, it's just simply the fact that we have a lot of people. That's it. That's all it is.
that is true. It's like what,
know?
like the 5th largest economy,
Yeah, so
just
that's
California.
There's people shit on California a lot, and I get it because you get the liberal Oscar, the Hollywood, the whatever. Apparently, because we're all eating babies and shit. Apparently, people believe that. Stop. Don't believe.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
mean, look, man,
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
all
Come
all
on.
this hate against celebrities and people like that. At what point do you just break down and admit that at least a certain percentage of this is just straight up jealousy?
Yeah.
They
A
have
lot
more
of it.
money than you, they look better than you, and you're jealous.
Yeah. It's. Yeah, I don't even want to fucking go into that. It just drives me so fucking crazy the shit that people are believing right now. The shit that, but I don't even know where the fuck I was going with this because this pisses me off so much, and I am getting pretty high at the moment. But I do, yeah. It's like I don't know, and yeah, there's a lot of janky celebrities too. Let's be real, but
Oh yeah,
a lot of janky
especially as
people.
we're learning in recent years.
There's certainly there's a few. We won't even get into a certain movie about a certain film director named Woody Allen. I haven't watched the documentary. I don't know. I don't know if I can, dude. I don't know if I want to see that. I
No, it's like we know everything we need to.
yeah. I mean, I give. Yeah, it's one of those things where like with anything else. Like I remember working in an office, and the big TV show, the big water cooler moments were on, and people would always come in the office the next day. And this was before social media, was really big. It was there, but it wasn't like it is now. Now everything's a fucking water cooler moment. It's like if you're when the new Mandalorian comes out, now it's the Winter Soldier thing. Everyone's talking about it, so you can't avoid it. So you can't avoid seeing the Woody Allen movie
Yeah,
online, and I it's just I'm getting to a point where it's like I'm glad people are seeing it. I'm glad the story is coming out. I just don't know if I want to watch it. I don't know. I'm not feeling it, man.
I mean, I get the point.
Yeah.
I get the point. I mean, that shit. There's been so many people that have been outed for abuse and assaults that it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
we get it.
Yeah, it's too. I'm in a. It's weird because I'm like it's. I want to celebrate tonight. I'm glad to be back on with you.
Yeah.
Sorry we missed last week. We had some issues. We couldn't be on, but and it's fine. It's a good thing. But I missed it. I missed it last week because
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, it definitely feels good to be back.
I I had this weird week where well, I was listening to a lot of Kate Bush, as you know. Um, I was reading a lot of scripts actually.
Oh, look
Like,
at you.
yeah, and not nothing I'm doing. Like, here's the thing. And God, how do I say this without people having suddenly a bunch of new requests? Sometimes people will ask me to read a script. I generally will only do this for good friends for a lot of reasons because there are, I have had plenty of times where someone tries to send me a script and I'm like, gosh, I don't know if I gotta have a reason to read it. I really do. Because there's too many times where you're going to make something, you're going to work on a project,
Yeah.
and they'll be, oh, you so much
You're
script.
yeah, you're too good for people's bullshit.
Yeah, but so I was reading scripts this week, and really I didn't read a bad one. They were all really good. I'm not just saying that because they were friends of mine, but it was like it was fun to read again. It was fun to I don't know, like it was almost more entertaining reading a goddamn script than seeing a movie because I was like, fuck, the ideas were just coming to my head, and I was like, this is fucking cool. This is really fucking cool. And yeah, I mean, look, I'm always curious about doing a new project or doing something exciting. And god damn it, my hair, dude. This is a problem. This.
Nothing looks bad. You got the little spit curl there. You got the Superman curl,
Well, it's a long spit curl,
smalling
but
spit curl. Yeah.
that's what she said. I've only done that like 3 times tonight, by the way.
I mean, did we need 3 though?
Yes, I think. Well, we need more. Really, we do need more. We'll get it. They did that on Impractical Jokers. It was a repeat the other day, and he was supposed to say that and have it make sense. I'm like, oh well, fuck, I could do that.
Yeah. You're like, I do it already.
I do. Oh, you know what I want to talk about? And this is a conversation you and I had in private. It was very
Let's just
private.
tell everybody, yeah.
I love you, Justin. That's what it's all about. I love you. It's awkward. No, what happened was we were talking on the phone about something, and I ask you straight up, do I? Because I feel like I'm the worst texter in the world, and I was like, do I drive you crazy when I text you? And you were like, you know what bothers me is when you call out of nowhere, and I come from an earlier generation where that's normal. You call people, that just happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny when people like get upset about it. It's like, I mean, yeah, but maybe we've discovered a more convenient way to convey smaller messages with texting, you know? And like, cause calls, I mean, I think anybody, I mean, I don't really know if it's so much a generational thing. I guess it probably is.
It is.
But at least most people my age, it's like getting unprompted phone calls is so invasive.
Yeah,
because it makes it warrants that you stop what you're doing and now you're doing this. And sometimes you're like, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing though.
I get that to an extent, but here's the thing, like, and I think what I may tried to make this point to you, like, say like you want to do something, so you're gonna pick up your phone and go, oh hey dude, I'll be almost over, right? And you expect like usually oh cool or a thumbs up, whatever. I mean, it's easy just to say, hey dude, I'll be over, cool, see ya, that's it. That to me isn't evasive. Like just a quick phone call, like.
But no, that's not what I'm talking about. If like if you guys have something planned and it requires communication, that's different.
Okay,
I'm talking like I'm not doing anything, you're not doing anything. We're like living our lives, and then you're like, I'm just gonna like, you know, call.
So
and
weird.
You're like, what?
I mean,
no.
I get it too. I said, you know, I will. I'm not going to just call you like out of the blue. I'm going to try to avoid that as much as possible.
I think you think it's a bigger deal than it is, because to me, it's not that big of a deal.
No. It's not that. I was like, when we had that conversation, I want to talk about it on the air. That's really all it is. I know you're not like pissed off. I know you're not like, fuck you, God damn. No,
Stop trying to fuck me.
I just think it's funny. That's really all it is. I think it's so bizarre, like how differently people see things. You know what I'm saying? And that just fascinates me.
It is interesting. Yeah, no, it's interesting to find those differences, dude. No matter how many times you call me, at least you're not one of those psychos that tries to like video call you unprompted.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna face
like instead of. I mean, already are pretty much, but those people are out of their fucking minds, because that is the most invasive thing. Like if a phone call is invasive, video calling someone out of nowhere is like knocking on their fucking window.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. I do, but I have a friend that does it to me, and it doesn't bother me. I'm like, if I can't answer, I can't answer. So like, although not much bothers me. Like shit that doesn't bother me. The only thing that bothers me is like I'm terrible waiting for text, and I have nothing to do half the time. So I'm at home, so I'm waiting for a text to reply. I'm almost like flashing my camera on screen. So hey, you want to see my information? I don't know. It takes a lot to really bother me. I just get anxious. Like I get really anxious if I haven't heard from somebody, which is 100% on me. 100%. Like you don't. If I text you, specifically you, and say, "Hey, dude, call me about something," and I don't hear from you for a day, I know you're fucking busy. It doesn't bother me. I'm not offended by it. But like the old me, it was be like, oh my god. That's why I hate texting. I think I just brings back the. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm finally to a point with texting. I can do it and feel not completely terrible. Like I feel like I'm more annoying people by texting. I really do. Yeah, do you have, if there may be a couple of people listening go, yeah, he is pretty annoying when he texts, but
No, I don't think so.
it takes a
I
lot.
don't think. I don't think. I don't think you're annoying to anybody.
Okay.
I don't think.
Well, I'm sure trust me, there's something.
I mean, some people are annoyed by everything because they suck, but it's no. I don't think you're annoying people.
I think it's my theory on this is something interesting and something I'm trying to really put into my own life. Say like you meet someone, you have a really good relationship, you have a friendship, you develop this really strong bond, right? Something
James
happens.
Bond.
James Bond. Something happens, and you have a fight, and things are suddenly different, and or maybe you just realize that you're not really, that person just kind of gets on your nerves. I think it's okay. It's like, it's not, and I don't, I've met people, I've had friendships and a couple, mostly my friendships don't, but I've had a few end, and I've had a couple where like I used to get, oh yeah, fuck them. I'm getting to a point where I can look at it and go, yeah, that was probably my fault too. That was, it's just, you're not compatible. That's it.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, there's a lot of friends too, like throughout your life that you kind of have to stop and think, okay, do I keep them around because like we're good friends and I enjoy their company? Or do I just keep them around so that way I have like friends, so I'm not alone?
Yeah.
I think there's people that, there's definitely friends throughout your life that they're just kind of like seat fillers.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm gonna hang out with you until I find someone I like.
Would you?
I'm actually compatible with.
Let me ask you something seriously. Would you ever tell someone that? Would you ever say, "Hey, we're friends, but I don't feel we're necessarily that great of friends, but that doesn't it's not a bad thing. It's just we're not like best buddies." Would you ever tell someone that?
Fuck no, dude. And it's not a bad thing to tell someone. It's actually being very forward and respectful and honest. It's just that, like, that's, yo, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking because no one does that, no one knows how to like react to it either.
Mm-hmm.
So it would just create such an awkward situation and such an awkward air that I would want nothing to do with that. And I would never say that to any of my friends.
Well, it's interesting to me because I feel like if we were more honest with each other just in general, I think the world would be a lot better place. I think
sure.
If you were like, "Hey dude, you know what, like I actually almost said that to someone. Really recently, I almost felt like saying to somebody that I've been, kind of have a little bit of a friendship with. They're not my best buddies, but they're all right. I really like them. I think they're great people. We're just really not friendly. We're not really compatible. It's just not a very different lives, and I don't think we're necessarily adding to each other's lives. And I almost said that. I almost did. I wanted to try it, see it out, and I decided not to because I think exactly what you said. That's not social norms, and I think sometimes it's better to just let it go, and if usually friendships like that just fade out.
Exactly.
So maybe that's all right too, and but I don't know. I'm trying not to be so hard on other people. I'm trying to be a little more even with blame and not really blame, just understand that some people aren't just going to just connect. It's all about connection, whether it's a romantic or just a friendship. Mm-hmm. It still exists,
Yeah, I think I think especially living in a place like LA, it's good to have that perspective, because I think if you're just seeing the worst in people and just kind of like, I guess not giving people any consideration, because then it's like if you're okay with that behavior, then that means that you're okay with people not giving you a chance to sort of explain yourself, or you know what I mean. So it's just not fair. I mean, and plus people do so many like I said, there's so many weirdos and like assholes on the road and people that do fucked up shit out here and
Yeah.
just douchebags, bro.
It's
But
everywhere though, man. And
it's every
it
it is
but
everywhere. But like
it's all together here, and
but
that's
like but like my point being that because there's so much of that behavior out here, it's easy to let it like poison your outlook
yeah.
on people, and it's like they're, you know, I mean, yeah, sure, a lot of that behavior, it's really not justifiable, you know, and they are wrong for behaving that way. But it's like you also have to be, if you believe that people are allowed to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes, then that means you have to give them that consideration as well. And it's really hard to keep that in mind sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, with all the negative that we've been talking about, and with all the lately past couple of months, I've noticed something else. I've noticed this kind of, there's these moments of interaction where, I wear these weird fucking masks with like Jason mask and the my Freddy Krueger mask, and I get a lot of comments on those because people think they're cool or they're afraid of them, especially the Freddy Krueger because it looks like a bird mask. I should wear it one night. I'll show it. But I've noticed a lot of people. There's a lot of human interaction lately, and I think people are kind of grasping at that. Like I've been holding doors for people because I used to do that all the time, but now I'm just doing
Then
it.
you retired.
I retired because I was the job only lasts a couple
Got a
of years.
rotator cuff injury from pushing all the.
No, but you want to like be a gentleman and open the door for people. And I was avoiding that, but I started doing that, just kind of standing away just in case someone is a little still uncomfortable. And I've noticed a really positive reaction to that, because it used to be like when I always do this. It's just habit, like opening the door for people, men and women. And kids. I don't care. It's something I do, and I try to at least. And people would be kind of assholey about it. Like they wouldn't say thank you. They wouldn't, and that pisses me off.
Oh yeah, God, I do too. Yeah.
But at the same time, like I've noticed this kind of like there's kind of a weird good nature in the air, like right now, and I hope that continues.
Yeah, well, I mean, people are certainly yearning for human interaction.
Yeah.
But also, I think there's been so much negativity and so many so much hate.
Yeah.
Especially during Corona times, and a lot of it's breeded a lot of hate and criticism, and just it's driving people crazy, and it's putting people in a tough spot, and it's putting them under a lot of pressure. So, it's like people snap, and I think people. Yeah, and it's like, I think it's refreshing to see a guy just being a gentleman. So people are just, I think, extra appreciative of it because of all of the hates and negativity that these last couple years have brought, especially with coronavirus. So I think it's just kind of like, oh, there's still goodness in the world. There's still people that still fucking simps holding open doors.
This is God's honest truth. If I actually believed in that stuff, I would that sentence would make more sense for me. But I interview people for Joe Blow. I interview people, actors, and talk movies. The reason I do that, I like talking to people. Like I've started going on Instagram lately. So if you're on, I might pick you. I'll just literally pick someone from who's watching, the few people that are watching, because no one watches my Instagram lives. But I'll just pick someone, I'll bring them on, and I'll just start having a conversation. We'll talk about whatever, and it's nice, it's fun, and I genuinely like talking to people, even people that I don't necessarily get along with. I don't. People I don't like that we have an issue with, that we have we do not come from the same place. I don't like talking to those people. I'm not going to waste my energy on that shit. I'm not saying they're bad people. There's some that are really good. There's people that I respect. I don't get along with. I just don't like them. It's just they're great people to everyone else, but it's just we don't really get along, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do enjoy talking to people like about their interests. I do enjoy hearing what people have to say. Like when we met, you were telling me what you were going through, and it touched me, and it was like it really. I think I try to put myself in that position, and kind of go, oh, okay, that's interesting, and I like that. I guess that's why I think we decided to do this show. I guess we like talking to each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's much more, I think, rewarding and nice to make a friend rather than an enemy. I mean, obviously. So I think that, by finding
Nemo?
Nemo and Dory, and also finding common ground, with strangers is always a good feeling. When you make like a real connection with someone. I remember I went into a Zoomies once, which shouldn't be surprising, obviously. In case you haven't guessed by the everything about me, been into Zoomies. So I was in Zoomies and I was at the register, and I used to wear this necklace that I have. I used to wear it everywhere. It's just like a little like leather rope kind of thing, but it has like a little tiny vial of some of my dad's ashes, and it has like dad engraved on it and everything. Oh. And I used to wear it everywhere.
It made me cry. That's beautiful.
Back when you could actually go to places, I would wear it. So I was wearing it at Zoomies once, and he was like, there was a guy behind the register, and he wasn't even the one helping me. He just kind of stopped and he was like, when did you lose that person? Like he recognized. Most people see that and they're like, what's the bullet? They think it's a bullet. I'm like, what's the bullet for? And I'm like, it's actually filled with my dad's ashes. And then they're like, ugh, and then they get all uncomfortable. But he was like, and then he fucking from under his shirt pulled out his for his mom. It's like it's like immediately he knew what it was because he had one, and he lost his mom like around the same time I lost my dad, and like so it was like it was unbelievable to just like have a spontaneous like real connection, with another person that like you don't know.
Wow, I'm legitimately like fucking touched right now.
It's
wow.
It's also easier to make enemies. I feel like it's easier to be critical of someone else and to find things that you don't like and find excuses to not get to really know someone. And it takes effort to make a real friend. And I think that a lot of people just don't put forth that effort. And to be honest, I'm not very good at it either. I'm not very good at keeping in touch with people or keeping, good communication going. And that's entirely on me. And I'm trying to get better at it, but it's like, it takes work to make a real friend. And it's a shame that you find that it's a lot more rewarding to put in that work.
It's weird that I get that from you. And I know that like I joke with you about that you don't answer text or you don't call back or whatever. And I for a while there, I did. There was that like, is there something I'm missing? And I didn't know.
I think it's just like
that's
laziness.
Really bizarre, but
I don't know.
And I mean, I got to know you though. I got to know you really well. We're pretty good friends. If you haven't, to the people watching at home, we're pretty good friends. This guy and I really care about this guy. When something big happens in our lives, we'll call each other and we'll tell each other. So it surprises me, but it doesn't surprise me that you're like that, because I can tell. I know that. But the thing about you is that when you become like you're a very loving person. You're a very loving person. You've got a really big heart, You're very sincere when you ask a question. Oh God, this is becoming a let's feed Justin's ego episode,
Gimme.
which it did not need to be fed. And when you ask something, when I tell you something's going on in my life, I get a sincere, I'm there for you, and I feel that you noticed when you tell me something, I'm there for you, and I do legitimately care.
Mhm.
I was very happy. I was so worried, and when you told me about COVID, when you called me that day, my heart was just like, oh no, I was so worried about you. I
Yeah,
wanted to
I'm
help.
very yeah, no, I'm very fortunate to have, a decent group of friends out here that I've met, that like people that I can tell like through their actions that they genuinely care about me. And obviously you're one of them, and it's nice. It helps me mentally just cuz like, being so far from home, it gives me a sense of home to have like a good support system out here.
Yeah.
And but that's another reason why it's like I want to try to be better at kind of communicating more efficiently with friends, because I see how much these people care, and I recognize it. Like, it's not lost on me. I think that my absence of responses makes people think that I don't notice it or that I don't appreciate it, and that's not true. I notice all of it, and all of it means a lot to me. Um, but that's why it's like I feel guilty about it, because like I don't feel like I reciprocate it enough,
Mhm.
you know. And yeah, that sucks. I mean, I don't maybe I reciprocate it more than I think, though, but probably not.
I think
Yeah,
you
so
do.
I don't
I
know,
think
it
you
it,
do.
it it sucks.
It's just who you are, though, dude. I mean, that's the thing.
I
It's like
guess.
we need to get to a point as human beings, which we never will, unfortunately. We'll never get to the point where we will realize that maybe someone's gonna, one of our best friends can have the most annoying habits, but we still love them.
Yeah, I also think that like there's something to be said. Like a few of my friends like from back home, I'm fortunate enough to like, and I've known these dudes for so fucking long. I've been friends with some of them for so fucking long, and it's like we've been able to stay close, even though we're spread out all over the country. We stay close, but we all suck at staying in touch with each other. Like, I haven't heard from these motherfuckers in so long, but I know that we're good, and I know that whenever we do talk to each other, and especially when we are around each other, it's like nothing ever changed.
Yeah.
It's like we pick up right where we left off, and there's something to be said about like the strength of a friendship like that. And so I guess I don't know. I guess like maybe that's where it comes from, because I've gotten in this habit of not really needing to keep in touch, and then you meet people that are used to constant communication, and it's like, oh, that's not what I do.
Yeah,
but I,
it's true.
I but I also think what makes, like the dynamic of a friendship like that, where it's like you don't have to communicate very much to still like have a close bond. It's like I think that, and I think this about myself, where it's like or at least I hope that I'm transparent enough when I communicate with people and when I talk to people, that people understand my real intentions. They
Yeah.
understand where my heart is, and they understand like, like it's nothing personal. I just am not very good at talking, like keeping up with people,
Yeah.
and that's what the dynamic is with, like, my few friends back home with like our little group, because none of us take it personally, because
Yeah.
we all know that like they're not being malicious by not talking to me. We just like, that's just not what it is, but I know that they still love me, and I know that they still care about me.
I think that's what we need to start being a little more. Yeah, I think there's we all deal with this shit differently. We all do, and I think I'm thinking to myself right now as you're telling the story. I'm like, oh, actually, there's a few people I don't talk to enough, and I feel bad about that. They're really good friends. They're some of my best friends. I don't hear from enough. But I don't make the effort either. So, hey, everyone, you know who you are. I fucking love you guys. But I guess it is. It's the friendships that and if you don't talk to them for a few months, you know it's okay. You know it's good.
Yeah.
You don't need that. But I think there are some people, and unfortunately, I fall into this camp. Is that I so much of my time is spent just being a dad, and that I don't. Sometimes I have to reach out to my friends, and I feel it's weird. But I'm getting more understanding. Because I do a lot of work from home. I'm always home, always on my phone. If I'm texting you, it means, oh, if I don't get a response, what the fuck? Why have they not texted me back? And it's so stupid that it took me a long time.
Probably with some bitch.
I know exactly. And it's like my wife's used to it. She's already dealt with this for a long time. So she knows me better than anyone else. She also knows I like people. I like being around people, and I like the friends I have. I'm very fucking lucky, and I've said this a million times on the show. The group of friends I have in my life, including you, is really supportive and really exciting and really fun and creative, and it's a nice group of people, and it's I've lost a few and I've gained a few, and I don't know. I really just don't. I'm not feeling like this grudge against even people that fucked me over. Really, I'm not. I'm kind of over that. I'm just, I can think about shit that someone did to me, or that and I'm not talking stuff that like, oh, it is there's equal blame. There's been a couple of people who've done some really shitty things, and I kind of am getting in a very forgiving mindset. It just makes me feel better.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, it weighs you down to sort of like hold on to resentment. I guess it's just kind of like realizing that that life is going to have those experiences, and the most you can ask for is to make it out alive, and to have your life not totally be messed up. So it's like, if you can make it out of it relatively unscathed,
Yeah.
then that's the best case scenario anyway. So like, you're good.
I think weed has weirdly enough been a big part of that. It's given me,
Drugs work, dude.
dude. They do. Look,
I think it's funny when people are like, don't give money to homeless people, they're just going to spend it all on drugs and alcohol. And it's like, yeah, so am I.
yeah, and it's going to make their lives a lot better. Probably. I get the idea. I get that. Like, you don't want you want someone to do good for themselves. You want them to eat. You want to make sure they get their nutrients. But a lot of times it's so hard to even picture what it's like to be them, to be in their shoes.
Dude, did you see that homeless people can get their stimulus checks?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, if they go to some place and then they just ask for it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But they have to go to the place. I forget what the place is. But if you look it up, you'll find it. Yeah. Because I mean, they're still citizens, so like they're entitled to it.
We need to do better by, and I don't want to get too deep tonight, man. I'm it's like I want to talk about this, but I'm like, we need to do better as society. And I don't know. There's no easy answers, but there shouldn't be people homeless. They should. There's ways to make create homes for them that's cheaper than what we're doing now.
Yeah, in North Hollywood, they just built like a bunch of like little teeny tiny shack houses for the homeless people.
Yeah,
it has like air conditioning and shit.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I look it. You get someone you can't get a job if you don't have an address. So it's like, it's like just give. There's ways to do this. And I know we're overpopulated. There's the problems. Even say like a miracle happens. Say like we get the best government ever, and everyone's perfect. I'm not even going to get fucking, left or right. Not even talking about that. Let's get the best fucking government we could possibly ever get. Let's make sure everything's happening, and we know these are good people and they're going to do the right thing. Even that, if that happens, it's still going to take a long fucking time because things are so fucking messed up, and it bums me out, man. Like it bums me out seeing that.
Plus, real change takes a long time, and there's a lot that needs to be changed or should be changed. So. The most we can ask for is coronavirus to go away at this point.
And I think we're doing. I mean,
I think it's the beginning of the end. I don't know how long it'll be until the end is here, but I think this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm feeling all this kind of weirdness because of the weed. It's starting to hit really hard, and I'm like at this moment, like literally everything's rushing, and I feel this kind of bizarre because I'm not used to stevia.
Stevia? Whoa, dude. Smoking that artificial sweetener.
You know what I'm talking about.
Dude, no, you went through a phase where you were constantly calling it stevia. Now I remember.
I did.
Yeah.
Because I have this thing every so often a word will flip and I'll be like I'll say the wrong word and it'll just get in my head. When I was recording the intro.
You're such a dad.
I am. Am I a dad?
Smoking that stevia.
Yeah, stevia.
Taking that stevia.
I am a dad. I like being a dad. It's the greatest thing ever. It really is. It's stressful as fuck, but it's that's why that story you told me about your dad, man, and about the vial and the other guy, that hit me. I lost my dad a long time ago, and
it's a real moment, man. It's a real moment. Yeah.
Here's what I want to talk about. We're going on like almost 2 hours. We're almost 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours, yeah.
I want to say let's give this a couple more stories. I know Elizabeth's probably tired. Yes, she is out there, guys. She's watching over.
She's in the ether.
She's in the ether. So I definitely want to.
She's in the cloud.
But this is a really I'm really trying to like I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say, dude.
Uh-oh.
Fuck. God damn it. I had some great idea and I was gonna fucking over explain everything. This is look.
Dude, did you know that I ironed this shirt just for the show?
Just for the show?
Fucking MTV show. Yeah, dude. Because I'll wash clothes. And then I fucking just leave it in the basket. Like they just clean clothes in the basket, and they just get all fucking wrinkly. Oh. And I'm finally realizing that like wrinkled clothes look like shit. Like I've finally figured it out. So
maybe I need to fix something then because I don't care.
Dude. So so I'm finally like realizing that like I need to kind of keep it fresh, dude. You can't have these chains and then a wrinkled shirt. That's not how it works. So I bought like a fucking full size ironing board, and my mom sent me like a little iron. So yeah, dude, I'm cleaning it up.
Wow. Maybe one day I'll get to your level, man. I don't know. I'm not that level. I dress like a 13-year-old kid, so like I dress like in shorts and.
Don't get me wrong. Like, lately these days my style has been very hip hop influenced, but like most of the time,
I can tell.
Most of the time, my wardrobe, I look like a fucking 15-year-old skateboarder from Ohio.
Yeah.
They're bringing back MTV rap, so it's still topical.
We could do rap. We got to figure out when we're going to do the video game show. Didn't we talk about this? We got to figure out when we're going to do this.
That'll be.
Stoners planning anything. I mean, we actually did talk about this off the air, though. Like we're like,
there'll be some Stoney gaming stuff at some point.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, I feel like we've had this amazing show, and I kind of want to go on, but at the same time, I want to feel like this is a good place to end it. Maybe. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been it's honestly like we're at episode 25 now, I believe. Could be off, but I believe we're at episode 25. And I gotta say, man, it's been a
It's
fun
been a
ride.
journey.
Yeah, dude, it's been fun, and I look forward to it every week. Still, this has been
Yeah.
a fairly honest, heartfelt episode. Like
It's
really,
been a
really.
very endearing. Yeah. You know what, dude? We missed a week, so you know we got to come out strong,
Oh my
and that's
god,
what we're doing.
we missed each other. That's it. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just a reunion, dude. And next week's gonna be a special episode because your birthday.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I hate my birthday, but I'm excited this year. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with
Do
it.
you ever do anything like for your birthday at all?
No, not really. I haven't done that
Do you
for
ever
a
like
while. I mean,
buy yourself a special sandwich or something?
well, like I'll like a few years in a row, I was going and doing karaoke, like not
Okay.
on my birthday necessarily. So yeah, I would do that and get drunk and do some karaoke. I did that a couple of years in a row, and I I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, not in the past few years. I'm kind of mellowing out. I don't know. Maybe next year. Maybe I'll go back karaoke. I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind.
yeah,
I miss
yeah. I
karaoke.
mean, we'll definitely make it special for next week's show. We'll definitely have a special
Oh,
show. Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to it. I'm actually, and I'll be talking to one of our old guests on my birthday as well. We'll be talking to our buddy Chris from A Man in the Apocalypse. We're gonna have our
Oh,
little
nice.
reunion call because he's a he's a good friend. He wanted to call me on my birthday, so like I said, I got good friends in my life. I'm happy to have y'all.
Shout out to friends. So speaking of you, Jimmy, where can people find you these days?
Yeah, Joe Blow, arrow in the head sometimes. We Live Entertainment sounds scary on this very network. Gosh,
Cosm,
yeah,
the great.
Cosm, and of course you can find me at Jimmy to the O on Twitter, or James Oster on Facebook. I'm also on Insta, TikTok. Apparently, Kate Bush is big on TikTok, so I got to do some of that. Yeah, all that shit. Cameo, you can, and of course like us, by the way. Like our show, please.
Yes, please like, subscribe to Cosm, follow us, follow Cosm.
Yeah, please.
Share it with all your friends, all your family, all your
Get high with
folks.
us. Get high with us. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Spread the word, man.
Where can people find you, buddy?
You know what? It's funny you should ask because people can find me on twitch.tv/Justin_Butts. I'm just trying to find things to fill my time with, and streaming's been a lot of fun. Streaming just random video games. I've been streaming a lot of like PlayStation 2 games, like kind of older games. And that seems to do well. It's a lot of fun to revisit a lot of childhood games. So if you're into that kind of thing, you can follow me there. You can follow me on Instagram at JustinButts94. You can also follow me on Twitter if that's more of your jam at Justin_Butts94.
Well,
And that's about it.
Yeah, that's where you can find me.
So thank you all. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.
Stay Stoney.
Stay Stoney.
I like that.